After months of avoiding social situations and dodging strangers on the street, will dating ever be the same? I'm Nicole Moore, celebrity love coach and founder of the Love Works Method, and I have helped thousands of women get the love that they deserve, and this year is no exception. In this video, I'll go over how dating is different now and how to readjust to socializing again. I'll also share some ideas for socially distant dates. And stay tuned until the end to get access to my 10 free soulmate-attracting journal prompts so you can attract love whether you're in your house or outside. So, how is dating different right now? Reason number one is that once people begin going on dates again after being in quarantine for COVID safety precaution, many of them are definitely going to be wanting to jump into long-term relationships right away. Being alone for so long and not having a lot of human touch has made so many singles realize just how much they really do want a partner, and any fears of losing their independence if they find love are now gone. People are realizing that love and connection are what matters most in their lives after having had so little connection for so long. We have been living in a time where most people have had their distractions taken away, work taken away, or their comfort zone being taken away. And when that happens, people tend to reprioritize and focus on what's important. If you wanted to be in a relationship, get married, have a baby, or reach a relationship goal pre-COVID, it's likely the first thing on your mind when we exit quarantine and things start to open up again. While this is great, you also want to keep in mind not to jump at the first person who shows you attention like a thirsty person in the desert would jump at any ounce of water they could get. Reason number two that dating is different now is that you have to actively resist letting your loneliness be the deciding factor for you. If anything, your standards after surviving a quarantine should be higher than they ever have been. You survived. You made it through. You're alive. Now it's time to have legendary love and not settle for the same bad dates or relationships you had pre-COVID. With that being said, keep in mind that some people post-COVID might be dating to fill a void, and you don't want to be with someone who's looking for a space filler. When you ask about how your date's quarantine experience was, because that will likely be a topic of conversation, pay attention to what they say. Look for someone who made the best of things and made an effort to connect with friends and family virtually, as that demonstrates someone who values connection and positivity and who proactively makes it happen. Reason number three that things are going to be different about dating post-COVID is most people are likely going to be way more cautious health-wise and perhaps not be into hooking up or even making out right off the bat. Even after officials tell us that we're in the safe zone, months of fearing catching COVID have many looking at a potential date as a source of infection rather than a hot hookup. Be careful of other people's boundaries and ask them how they're feeling about physical connection before you go for it. You can make it light and say something like, did the whole COVID thing make you afraid of even kissing someone like it did for so many? Or are you more like, give me all the physical connection at this point? Explain where you're at too. Post-COVID, it's all about being more mindful of responsible and safe dating moving forward and a little bit less about throwing caution to the wind. Now, here are some tips to adjust to socializing and dating again. The first thing is to mentally prime yourself for the experience beforehand. Athletes prime themselves before sporting events to ensure they do well, and you can do the same thing with dating. Spend some time imagining going on dates and what you'll say. Imagine how you'll feel. You can review past dates that went well in your mind too to remind your system that you can do this. You can socialize. The main point is, if you prime your system to feel like it's already gone on a post-quarantine date before it actually has, you'll likely feel way less nervous as you start socializing again because it will feel like you've already been doing it and therefore it's safe. Another tip to adjust to socializing and dating again is to focus on your presence and gratitude. If you haven't socialized with other humans for months due to COVID and you've been worried about what's going on in the world, who hasn't, then you're probably a little in your head right now and it's time to get grounded and come back down to earth. On the date or social interaction, take deep breaths and feel your energy grounding into your feet. Remind yourself to stay present and enjoy this moment. Enjoy being able to see someone in person. Really make sure you focus on how pleasurable it feels to be out and connecting, and you'll likely find that any nerves disappear. We can't be fearful and grateful at the same time. We can't be all in our heads and present at the same time. So breathe deep, savor the moment, because honestly, this moment of a date or social contact is something you've been craving, and just be present with the human in front of you. And it just so happens that being present and grounded in your body is what's way more likely to get you a second date than being in your head and freaking out about what to say or do. The third tip is to embrace the awkward. The thing is, whoever you're going on a date with or socializing with post-quarantine has likely experienced similar things to you. They've been cooped up, likely not had a hug in forever, and are probably feeling just as nervous as you to socialize. Sometimes just admitting the awkwardness can really break the ice and bring people together. You can even make a joke with the person you're on a date with and say something like, "Just want to let you know that the witty conversation with other humans program in my brain has been down since April, so it might take the entire conversation for it to reboot again." The main point is, don't be so afraid of social contact being awkward that you make it awkward by trying to not be awkward. Connect with the other human in front of you by being vulnerable about how you feel, and you'll likely see the connection increase quickly. Some fun dating ideas to maximize connection and minimize chances of infection are socially distanced picnic. As most restaurants are opening up slowly and with limited seating, the standard dinner and drink date is probably not the best idea at this time. Instead, try a safe, socially distanced picnic. One party can be in charge of finding a great location where there's open space and room to walk and talk without being around a ton of people. The other party can be in charge of bringing the food and drinks. Set up a blanket and sit on opposite ends if you want to feel more safe. Another option is a takeout date. Find a location outside where you can sit on a bench or seats with spaced seating that's far enough away but close enough to talk, and both parties come to the date with takeout from their favorite restaurant. That way you get to share a bit of your personality with the other person by sharing your favorite meal with them, and you get to know more about them too. You could also try a sport date that doesn't require so much physical closeness. Batting cages, rock climbing walls. Some places like New York City even have days where you can do axe throwing. There are some sports where you can be somewhat close to someone, but also far enough away that there's distance. Do you have any favorite socially distant date ideas? I want to know. Leave me a comment below to let me know what works for you. And click the link in the description below to get access to my 10 free Soulmate-Attracting journal prompts now. Did you like this video? Let me know in the comments, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.